Johannesburg Mayor Herman Mashaba and Council Speaker Vasco da Gama. Hundreds of DA supporters are marching to the City Council ahead of this motion. The ANC is bringing the no-confidence motion and the EFF's votes could be crucial in this. The DA says it's a ploy by the ANC to regain control of Johannesburg and reverse what the DA-led administration has accomplished since taking power last year. But the ANC has dismissed this, accusing the administration of plunging the city into debt and failing to deliver services. Meanwhile, in the Eastern Cape, the DA-led coalition in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro is confident that the other vote of no confidence, which is against its mayor Athol Trollip and Speaker Jonathan Lawack, will be unsuccessful. The motion is being brought by Patriotic Alliance leader Marlon Daniels and is being seconded by the UDM's Mongameli Bobani. Trollip was addressing hundreds of DA supporters outside the Port Elizabeth City Hall before the council meeting. He says the motion is just an attempt to get the ANC back in power through the back door. The EFF is also expected to be the kingmaker here. It's vowed to support the DA-led coalition government as it does not want to hand over power back to the ANC. All right, so let's get more now on this. We're joined on the line by our reporter Lerato Tipa. She's in Port Elizabeth. And Lerato, 2 points here you could take us through. Firstly, the DA in both Joburg and and in PE saying this is nothing more than a ploy by the ANC to wrest control of these municipalities, and then the EFF, the likely kingmaker in both these votes.
Yeah, that's correct, Natasha. Just last week, the DA leader, Athol Trollip, actually had a meeting with community members where he said that they must actually first look at the progress made by the DA since they came into power and then rethink for themselves, do they want to bring the ANC into power again? They say they understand fully that this has nothing to do with anyone trying to topple the coalition, but more people trying to bring the ANC, people within council are trying to bring the ANC back, something that they feel that they cannot allow after so much progress has been made. And like you're saying earlier on, obviously the kingmakers is the EFF, who hold 6 votes and could sway this vote either way. But really the DA is saying and pleading with community members, pleading a few minutes ago, Athol Trollip spoke in council saying that the aim of the coalition was to build the metro, and he believes that the only part that can do that is the DA-led coalition. And anyone trying to topple that is going against really the values of trying to build this metro again to what it was before the ANC took power.
All right, so Lerato, take us through how it got to this point. I mean, just over a year in, and we're seeing this battle between parties.
It actually started the code says things really have changed in less than a year. About 2 months ago, Marlon Daniels, was the leader of the PA, put a motion of confidence against then the Deputy Mayor, Mongameli Bobani. He was then removed as the Deputy Mayor, and then obviously Marlon Daniels did this with the hope of actually being appointed as a Deputy Mayor. Athol Trollip then refused him as Mayor, and then after that he then obviously put the motion a week ago against the Mayor Athol Trollip. So it really has been a tug of war between Marlon Daniels of the PA, the ex-Deputy Mayor Mongameli Bobani, and Mayor Athol Trollip. And the motion passed by Marlon Daniels, ironically, was actually also supported and endorsed by the ex-Deputy Mayor Mongameli Bobani, who are both trying now to out the DA Mayor Athol Trollip to try to get power of the metro into their hands as well. So that's where we stand right now, where the two, Marlon Daniels and Mongameli Bobani, are doing everything they can to topple this coalition with the aim of getting themselves and their parties into power in this coalition.
All right, and when can we expect an outcome from this motion, Lerato?
Nothing has happened in council as for now. There was just having pretty much looking at the motions. But just an interesting tweet that came from EFF Floyd Shivambu a few hours ago. He said that I think this perhaps will set the record straight as to where the kingmakers will be casting their vote. He said EFF will not support the opportunist motions of no confidence brought by the ANC in any of the metros. Any rational and sensible South Africa will know that of all devils, the ANC in its present form is not an option at all and cannot be trusted with political power. They must just go and jump. So after we read that tweet, that pretty much did set the standard of where exactly the kingmakers be throwing their votes, but it's hearsay and it's what they're seeing as a national structure. But throughout the course of the day, we're keeping the update exactly where these kingmakers be throwing their votes, as obviously their votes will swing this way, either way of the coalition or the way of the opposition coalition.
Yeah, Lerato, thanks so much. We'll leave it there for now. Our Lerato Tipa monitoring that motion of no confidence vote in PE.